Alright. Hi Chris Cyborg and the Cyborg Nation. My name is Kiana Montenegro and this is my video entry to the contest to win the opportunity to walk Chris out to her weigh-ins and basically become her coach for a day. So the question for this video was, what makes Chris Cyborg special to you? And I want to start off by saying that I think Chris is an amazing and idealistic role model to female fighters, female athletes, and basically just women in general. Despite the rumors and stuff that went on about Chris, she's still out here doing what she loves and what she has passion for, and that's what I admire the most about her. There's been other fighters or even public figures in general who they get torn down by these type of negative remarks, but it's almost as if Chris uses them as fuel and to her advantage to come back even stronger. I aspire to become a UFC fighter myself, so I think it would be an amazing experience getting to partake in the UFC like that, and especially the comeback of Chris. A while back, about a year ago, Dana White followed me on my Instagram and Twitter accounts, and so one time after winning a tournament, in my caption, I told him I tagged him and said, Dana White, the day I meet you, you'll be putting that belt around my waist. So I think it'd kind of be like a funny and cool experience to, if I was to win this contest and see him at the weigh-ins, like kind of like, hey, like here I am, a little early, but I'm one step closer to possibly becoming the next Chris Cyborg. I watched her documentary and it brought me to tears because Chris she's not a petite strawweight fighter. She's strong, she's muscle. This is who Chris Cyborg is. She started her journey at 170. She wanted to get to 140 and she did it. She made it possible. Being a fighter myself, I understand the hardships of weight cuts and I struggle with them myself. So seeing her documentary and her journey she went through to get there, it truly inspired me that it can be done as long as you have the dedication and willpower for it. So I don't see this opportunity as just walking Chris out to her weigh-ins. I see this more as standing on stage with her as she wins her first battle. I think this is the fight before the fight. Anyone can throw on gloves and get in the octagon. I think they could become a fighter, but I don't think that's what the sport is about. I think the real fight is a fight within yourself, and it's your self-discipline and your work ethic and the hardships, and if anyone portrays a true warrior, it's Chris. I started my fight journey when I was 7 years old, and I'm now 18. And typically, I was always one of the only girls on my team, so that's why I admire these female fighters like Chris Cyborg and Gabby Garcia, because I think we deserve to be in the sport just as much as anyone else and just as much as these guys do. In her documentary, it showed how Tito Ortiz pushed her to the point of tears and when she wanted to give up, but he didn't let her because he knew what she was capable of. And so being pushed by all my older and bigger guy teammates, I feel like I can relate to Chris and her story out of all the UFC fighters the most. So lastly, I just think that iron sharpens iron, and if Chris chooses me to be her coach for these weigh-ins, it'll be the blessing of an opportunity for two God-fearing women to enter that stage together. I'm not saying anyone else doesn't deserve this opportunity, but I believe personally that if I was given the chance of this experience, in a few years you will see the effect it had on me when I'm going up on that stage myself. My name is Kiana Montenegro and I'm a part of the Chris Cyborg Nation. Thank you for watching.